if you're on this YouTube, you are looking for information about monsteras, and maybe the difference between growing a monstera indoors and a monstera outdoors. So what I'm going to do is, the purpose of this YouTube is to just show you the difference between my monsteras, one that I grow indoor and then one that I grow outdoor. So this monstera is the monstera that I grow outdoor, and then this is the one that I grow indoor. There are some big differences on how I grow them. Number one, the monstera that I grow indoor, you can see it's in a terracotta pot. And the one that I grow outdoor, you can see that it's in a nursery pot. That's because plants outside will dry out faster, plants inside need to dry out faster. So that makes a big difference. Number two, you can see that this plant is about a year old, and you can see the leaves are big and green, but when you compare it to the monstera that I grew outdoors, this plant, believe it or not, this is a propagation, and this is only 6 months old. And you can see that the leaves are much bigger and a lot greener than the ones growing indoors, which is normal because these ones are getting more sun. They've become hardy because they've dealt with lots of temperature changes and wind and everything. So your monsteras grown outdoors are going to be a lot bigger with more of that classic like multi-dot leaves, whereas the ones growing indoors are going to be a little bit smaller and you might not get all the little dots. But they still look really good, and they'll be a little bit greener. So the ones indoor will be greener, the ones outdoor will be a lot darker. What else? The ones growing outdoors are going to grow a lot faster. This one grew this in about 6 months, and this one grew like this in about a year. So you can see that they definitely grow faster outdoors. Other than that, when you grow it outdoors, I grow it on a stick, and I make sure I grow it up. Whereas if I grow it indoors, I kind of grow it on a trellis and I let it bloom out. Because it gets a little bit, it doesn't crawl up as much as a vine. But yeah, these are the difference between an indoor monstera and an outdoor monstera.